Who'd have thought golf could be this difficult? Yes! Yes!
If you play the cue ball here with maximum power and roughly this amount of spin, here's what happens. A game of snooker involves two players playing on the same table but never playing identical shots. Not even playing shots that are close to being the same. Rectangular tables. They're everywhere, but they're really not that exciting.
This cue has a spring right in the middle of it. Here's why and what it actually does.
You need to make sure that there is nobody else in the room with you.
And you're probably going to remember how Jimmy White played the black about a foot down the cushion to pot it into that pocket there.
It was obviously on the other side of the table, but never mind.
Well, it turned out that was fairly easy.
We'll all be on the beach, but
a lot of those viewers actually live in the UK.
Something I'd overlooked. It's a little bit different. And here's how it works, and whether or not it's any good.
This was just one of those shots that surprised everybody, especially Ashley Carthy, who didn't see it coming himself. Wasn't meant to do that.
£2,301.42.
Yes, it's not as easy as it looks, that.
This is a banana shot. And here's how you play them. But also the direction in which I approach where I'm standing.
We need to go on the roof, where I warn you, it's a bit windy.
It's with acrylic paint.
Now, I painted the balls about as well as I could, but unfortunately some of the paint flaked off, so it's all right. At least you can tell which ball's which.
My God, I have quit on that.
All right, now I've made it difficult.
Seemed a little bit ridiculous.
So I just need to mark the table. Important to have the right tools. So I've got a dinner plate and a set square. So, yeah. It's slightly harder the further back you go and the later it... Ooh. This makes the cue ball slide along the table, causing it to stop whenever it makes contact with the object ball. If it's spinning forwards or backwards just a little bit, this won't be enough to overcome the friction of the cloth, so it'll still stay in the same place. I can't actually see where the red is bridging over the top of the green here. So to avoid missing it again, I'm actually aiming to miss the red on the left hand side, I think.
The majority of people wouldn't think snooker balls are magnetic, although they've probably never put a snooker ball near a magnet that's quite this powerful. I realised this when I was sat in my couch, and it got me thinking, is running 5k as hard as making a 50 break? And that gave me an idea.
£10.
With the Coral Tour Championships now postponed, will the rest of the season's snooker be cancelled, including the World Championships?
Is basically a snooker table, except the balls fall off the sides.
However, deliver the cue badly and the spring won't stay taut, exaggerating any cueing errors. An award that's been won in the past by streakers and surprise pensioners. Practice just that.
What's going on right in front of them? Is it possible that we're all trusting our own eyesight far too much?
Abby is no more. Abby has been eliminated. Break from life shall be no more. Break from life shall be quelled. Break from life shall be quelled. Break from...
But the more left-hand side you can get on the ball, the more it's going to speed up off the two cushions, and the easier it's going to be to get on the yellow.
Pretty happy with that.
And then there's the unnecessarily creepy music that's played all the way through it. That's why it's best to try this over the bulk line, so you can see how straight your cueing happens.
I'm calling it the Invisible Man shot.
My second attempt, however, was a lot better. I stopped worrying about going in off, and I managed to hit the jaw perfectly. But you're probably wondering, how did I manage to get my hands on the northern pole of planet Earth? Well, that involved a long journey through the snow, into darkness and the blizzard conditions of a northern winter. Guided only by the northern lights, I managed to eventually find my way to the top of the earth. But after such a long journey, would I still have the strength required to wrestle the pole free of the snow? Just.
Once you fully understand what this means, it can be so incredibly helpful.
Welcome back, and it's your first time watching one of our videos, and it's fantastic to have you here.
Should have done this a long time ago. Europe. I accidentally moved my cue very slightly one way or the other. That's going to make a big difference at the tip end.
And if you pick the right moment, you're going to look like an absolute genius. I can replicate the shot with the cardboard in the pocket. Welcome back, and it's your first time watching one of our videos, and it's fantastic to have you here. It's difficult to explain until you've actually experienced it, how much easier the game is to play when you can get the cue ball into the right position. And most of the time this is simply because you're far less likely to miss a pot. As it turns out, this 11-inch cue is actually massive, which will move all the reds and almost guarantee you position. Live from a disused garage somewhere in the south of England, it's the 2020 Cue Sport Awards.
Hello. Still gonna drive you crazy.
Felt difficult.
Oh God, I nearly killed me. Mainly because he's quite tall. This allows him to get in a balanced position to be able to play the shot. Which is good because it means we can mock somebody else for making these bizarre shot choices. It doesn't mean it's wanted. Stop it, Abby. Sorry.
So long as it's downloaded onto a phone that's taped to your cue.
You play off the outside ball with left hand side, sending the white over to that cushion. This red then knocks into this red, which sends that red into the pocket over there, and this red into here. This red that's struck by this red goes across the table into that middle pocket, and that red goes in off that red into that pocket. If you get these reds roughly lined up, and this is the difficult bit of the shot, that red then goes all the way down into that pocket, and the cue ball goes around two cushions there, onto the third cushion, and down onto that red in the corner pocket.
Again, you need to play it with top spin and left hand side.
To hit it as good as that and finish in that position is class.
And you end up wondering if it's possible for you to play any better.
2 rocket bronze.
And on my initial attempt, it went embarrassingly wrong. And this is a simple failure to understand how the balls interact. It's an incredibly easy mistake to make and can cause you to miss the simplest shots by a long, long way.
This has got to be the biggest piece of junk I've ever seen. The table is just a piece of card, all the balls wobble all over the place, this is the cue, and yeah, You need to make sure you have enough stopping room, otherwise you could end up with a whiteboard jumping off the table. Oh, that's not bad. That was actually genuinely first attempt. See, I told you this was showing off.
Got to make it interesting, haven't we? Right. Thought I missed that. We've just got time to find Dries, who's from Ninove, Belgium, which is about there. Sorry it's a bit of a weird video this week. Our main one was on New Year's Eve.
But now we're fully into the new year, we're going to be back doing proper videos from next week. And if you want to see our Q Sports Awards, have a look at this video, or see some of the best shots from the World Championships. And remember, don't just watch, play, and make the commitment to becoming a better player by subscribing to the channel and visit the website. See you later.